Hey, I'm Deandra, and this is Field Notes. Each week, I break down one book that helps us live a little better, think clearer, and feel deeper. Today's note is about performance, not just in sports, but in anything that asks us to show up. That could be on stage, on paper, in work, really any area of life. The book we're pulling from is The Inner Game of Tennis by Timothy Gallwey. It's one of those rare books that uses sport as a metaphor. But what it's actually about is the mind, how the mind helps, how it gets in the way, and how to quiet the noise so your true ability can actually show up. Galway's core idea is this: performance isn't just about skill, it's about the relationship between two voices in your head. First, we have self-one, which is that voice that is always critiquing, commanding, judging. We all know that voice. And then we have self-two, which is the quieter voice, but it's the voice that always just knows what to do and doesn't need to control things. The more self-one talks, the more self-two tightens, and that's where most of us get stuck, in overthinking, over-controlling, and underperforming. So let's break this all down. First, trust is better than control. Most people try to force better performance by doing more effort, more focus, more self-correction. But Galway says the real skill is letting go. You already know how to do the thing, but your inner critic keeps interrupting. The goal isn't to try harder, it's to remove the interference. Here's a practice. Next time you're doing something you care about, writing, running, speaking, see if you can just observe without judgment. What do you notice? What feels natural? What feels forced? Replace criticism with curiosity. It'll change everything. Second, attention is key. Galloway says when you shift your focus away from the outcome and onto the process, your performance will improve naturally. So instead of thinking, don't miss, think, watch the ball. And instead of being like, oh my God, I can't mess up this meeting, say to yourself, breathe, connect, speak clearly. The more specific and sensory your focus is, the more present you'll become. And presence, not pressure, is what unlocks potential. Next, judgment clouds learning. When you label every action as good or bad, you don't give yourself space to adapt. But if you just notice without attaching meaning, your system, it'll self-correct faster than you think. Toddlers do this all the time. They fall, they adjust, and they try again. They don't shame themselves for not knowing how to walk, they just keep going. So maybe you don't need more self-discipline, maybe you need more self-trust. And here's something else worth sitting with. Peak performance doesn't come from pushing, it comes from permission, from quieting the ego and letting your deeper intelligence take the lead. So here's the takeaway. The real game isn't happening out there, it's in here, between you and your mind. So when you learn how to quiet that inner critic, you make space for your full self to show up. So I'll leave you with this. What's one area of your life where you're trying too hard, when maybe what you really need is to just trust yourself more? This is Field Notes. I'm Deandra. Thanks for frolicking with me. Till next time, with love. And hey, if this resonates, hit subscribe so you don't miss next Monday's episode.